Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well this week. Today's reading is a little bit special because we had few astrological events this week. And I mean, one's coming obviously on Monday, but when I'm saying this week, as in because we're almost in Monday. So let's just talk a little bit about that and then we'll just move to a pick a card reading. So this week we had solar eclipse on 14th earlier this week, which was in what is called a Gandanta point in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a sign which is all about everything hidden and in the underworld or dark, mystical. It's a water sign, and Sun moved into Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, all about passion, energy. So it's Gandanta point is at the junction between water and fire. So it's almost like where water mixes with fire, and it leads to transformation. You know, in literal terms, water and fire is together steam, so a lot of pressure. So emotions and passion mixing together. And then obviously it depends how you use it. It will transform you, but it depends on whether whether you use your passion and emotions together towards a negative transformation or a positive transformation. So that's entirely up to how balanced you are. And also involved in this particular eclipse energy. And solar eclipse energy lasts for around 6 months. So this is already at play right now. So if you're feeling, if you felt agitated, frustrated, like restlessness around 14th and still carrying it, don't be surprised. It is just the eclipse energies. And the other planets that were involved in this solar eclipse were Mercury. Mercury is all about your mind and communication. Venus, love and compassion. We had Ketu, the south node of the moon. That is the reason why we had the solar eclipse to begin with. So Ketu is all about spiritual growth and lessons. So as long as you keep your mind and your communication under control, your passion and emotions should take you in the right direction. It's when everything is sort of let loose, that's when results could be unfavorable. So it's pretty much just being aware of the energies at play, and obviously, bring a bit of love and compassion into a situation, because everyone's going through these energies. So, if you come across a conflict, if you come across someone that's agitated, try to be aware that it might not be sort of like don't judge them. So maybe just bring that love and compassion into the situation, and definitely not a week to take any major decisions, because now we're moving into another astrological event and astronomical event that everyone's talking about, which is the grand conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, which is in Capricorn according to Vedic astrology, because that's what I follow, or sidereal if you want to call that. So it is in the sign of Capricorn. So let me tell you a little bit about it. And it is on 21st of December. So basically Saturn, which is the lord of karma, and Jupiter, which is a lot of dharma, so cosmic law and cause and effect. So basically these two planets are going to be coming together in conjunction at the same degree. I think it's around 6 degrees in the sign of Capricorn. Now Capricorn is earth sign. So earth represents stability, nourishing, security, everything that is stable here and now, material. So everything that is related to ground material here and now. And then Capricorn by itself is a very ambitious energy. In the tarot cards, it is represented by the devil. So it's an energy that can possess you in terms of obsession. Like it can get onto your head. Like if you're ambitious, it might literally get onto your head, and then you might burn out yourself. Or in terms of obsession with people, or sexual desires or greed for money, greed for something else. And so basically a very overpowering energy. So you got to be very mindful that Capricorn can actually give you that ground to grow if you use it to your advantage. But if you let it control you, this energy can have, again, unfavorable results. So that's a little bit about Earth element and the Capricorn element. Now let's talk a little bit about Saturn and Jupiter. Now Saturn is basically, the way they say in astrology, this is like a planetary war, as if like both planets are fighting for that same spot, the same degree in the sky. But Saturn has a very sort of negative profile given to it. But if you see it in the long run, Saturn is, so why has it got the negative profile is because Saturn is the energy, the Saturnian energy is the one that sort of delays projects. It delays everything. It's a very slow moving energy, obstructions, aging. So it's considered a bit of a dark energy. But in the long run, it is literally, if you want to call it, a hard master, a hard teacher. So ultimately, it teaches you the lesson of integrity and what is the right path. So that is why it takes its own times. You know, it teaches you the lessons. It teaches you that achievement is good. So the Capricorn ambition, which is all about I succeed, I get it, I like, you know, I'm a go-getter sort of energy. So, and Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, by the way. But what it does is that this energy is all about taking the right path, not using the shortcuts, but taking the right path. So for Saturn, it is also important how you achieved it, not what you achieved it, although it rules Capricorn. So let us put it into this perspective. Usually when Saturn energy is at play, it's like you will be tested for your integrity. So you will be given these choices where there's an easy path and there is a difficult path. Easy path is usually a temptation. If you take that path, then Saturn energy will drag you down into the underbelly. It'll take you to the dark alleyways. Saturn is also compared to like a slum energy, like it rules the slum sort of whatever energy. So it'll take you through lessons, long, hard lessons, and it'll take you through the same cycle again until you've learned the lesson of integrity or whatever lesson it is trying to teach. But basically it's the lesson of ethics, lesson of values, morals. That's what Saturn is all about. So it's not like sort of a negative planet or a dark planet, but just because the way it teaches you lessons, the way it teaches you to take higher ground is by taking you through the lower ground to show you that what happens if you choose this path. So it's more like a lot of karma, cause and effect. So whatever you sow, that's what you will reap. And that's what, so it's more like a judge. It's a judge of your karma. So if you sow something good, then Saturn rewards you generously. So it's all in your hand how you sort of play with that energy. And then on the other hand, we've got Jupiter energy, which is a very generous energy. It's the higher ground. It is the energy of the guru, the teacher, the wisdom. It's about taking the spiritual path, taking the higher ground. Like I said again, it is something that is, it's all about fortune, it's about luck, it's about success. But because Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct in Capricorn and Saturn rules Capricorn, and usually Jupiter is sort of debilitated in Capricorn, but because Saturn, the ruler in the Capricorn, is sort of powerful and happy about being in Capricorn, Jupiter's effects are not sort of debilitated. It will be still there, sort of supporting Saturn. So if you can balance those two energies within yourself, this period wherein both are already in Capricorn, but on 21st of December, they come very, very close. So like literally as if they're kissing. And that is why it's also called the Christmas star or grand conjunction and so forth. So if you could balance these two energies, then this coming year is going to reward you generously, because you're going to get the energy of Jupiter rewarding you for, you know, your fruits, because like I said, Jupiter just rewards generously. And Saturn, if you've taken the right path in making those efforts, Saturn's going to reward you on top of it. So yeah, so it's like a jackpot, only if you can sort of use those energies. So be mindful of that. So this is what the reading today is pretty much focused on. We're going to see what this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction has in store for you. So what is your current energy and what challenges, lessons, or what areas of your life is this energy focused on? And Jupiter and Saturn remain conjunct in Capricorn until April 2021. Then Jupiter moves out and then it comes back again in September. So yeah, there will be some significant shifts up and down, but overall, the energy is that these two are sitting in Capricorn for almost another year or even more. That's something that we'll see as we go forward. But yeah, so you got to be sort of mindful again. Like that's the reason why I said this week and the coming week may not be like very favorable for taking any major decisions, because your emotions, like if they're already battered by the solar eclipse energy, then you have another, movement of planets in the sky, which is like, again, I said, it's a grand conjunction. But not only that, because every individual is sort of focused on it from some standpoint. So mass consciousness is focused on that event. So energies are usually very high when everyone's focused on a particular day, even if literally, logically, it means nothing. But just because we are all focusing and expecting something great, the energies are very dense and heavy. But as we move into it, like I said, it depends which side you're going to choose, Saturn or Jupiter. Or if you can balance both energies, then you will be rewarded generously. Like things are just going to shift in your favor. All right, enough of that talking. So as usual, we've got 3 piles. Of course, I've got more cards which are going to go underneath, which I've already chosen. But for you to select, just choose one particular pile or group or whatever you call it, group 1, group 2, group 3 here. Just don't think too much. Don't go by the images. Just go by what is just you're drawn to. And you're obviously going to get better results in terms of reading. And it'll resonate more with you if you don't use your mind and brain and tactics and manipulation here, but just purely your heart to sort of see what you're attracted to. I've also got a few charms and a few other things today to just add up to the reading. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So, yep, I'll just give you a minute and then we'll just pop into the reading. Hi, Group 1. Welcome to your Pick a Card reading. This is going to be your reading to see what this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on 21st December, what is it going to bring forth as you go into 2021? Like, how are these energies going to play in your life? And that's what we're going to see with this. Please remember, this is just a general reading, so it may not resonate completely with you, but there will be some messages for you in here. So take what resonates and leave the rest here. All right, let's just start with the reading. All right, so the first 3 cards that we've got here are 4 of Cups upright, 4 of Wands reversed, and 7 of Wands reversed. Let's go into each card one by one. The first card that we've got here is 4 of Cups upright, and it says anger. Cups is basically emotion, so it's water. And like I mentioned already in my intro, if you listen to that we just went through the solar eclipse energy from Scorpio into Sagittarius, which was at Gandanta zone, which is basically where water mixes with fire. And in your case, that is your first card, and I'm not at all surprised that, this is how the reading has started. Because if you look closely into this particular card, so like I said, 4 of Cups is emotion, which is water. And it also signifies anger here, this particular card. So you've got a lot of cups here. There are broken cups. There are cups flying all over. There's a lot of red in this scattered cup. So that is basically your emotions. Your emotions are just scattered everywhere. There's a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. So this is a perfect example of that water mixes with fire. Because anger is that fire, that passion, and then water, your emotions which are not under any control right now mixing with anger, which is what causes steam. So that frustration, that venting, if that is something that you're feeling, it is sort of what this card is signifying. So it's a very sort of volatile energy, and given the solar eclipse, this is not a surprise energy at all. And then we also see some prickly cactus here, which signifies a defensive stance. So you're being very defensive of it instead of being more compassionate towards it. So now the thing with anger is it's always seen in a negative perspective. Of course, it is a very heavy emotion, but anger, it's an energy. It's a very powerful energy. And if it is used in a non-abusive way, of course, when it's used in an abusive way, it is negative and dark by all means. But when it is used in a non-abusive way, this anger can act, it's a very, like I said, very powerful, forceful energy. You can use it to gain momentum in terms of wherever you're heading. For example, we've got this hill or a mountain here. Now, if your emotions are not balanced, and then you add passion or anger or fire to it, then the chances of you falling down the cliff are very likely and very high, so unfavorable. But if the same emotions are balanced, and if you put that anger behind those emotions as a fire, then that steam is actually able to propel you, that adrenaline, it'll take you to the higher ground. So you decide how to channel this anger. But this is what the current energy that I'm feeling, if you've picked up this particular pile. So think of it as a steam behind something which can literally propel it forward. So you can gain momentum with this anger if you channel it correctly and properly. And I'm very familiar with this particular emotion because I've spent majority of my life playing with it and dealing with it. So I do know like how to sort of channel it properly. So that's what I'm saying. The next card that we've got here is Four of Wands, and it was reversed. I'm just going to show you this particular card upright before we go into the reverse. So with Four of Wands, Wands is that fire energy. Again, like I said, it's just very synchronistic for all these cards to just match the event that we've just gone through, or we're going through, the solar eclipse energy. So we've got water here, we've got fire here. And then what we see in this particular card, you can see fire all over, sunset, you can see the storms, you can see the actual fire. So Four of Wands signifies, and again, there's two fours. What this signifies is, so you see this hand that is coming out. So Four of Wands is again fire, passion, aspiration, dreams, desires, like you want to reach the highest desire, highest dream, highest goal. And then we've got the statue, with again some fire. So it's all about reaching high, coming out. It's that steam that wants to just burst open the ground and come out. And that's what we see here. There's a ground, there's a tower coming out with fire, there's new growth. So everything is reaching up for the sky, like a lot of passion, aspiration, dreams, reaching for that. But when the same card is reversed, then what happens is you're trying to put a lid on this passion. So there's this, and that is what is causing this anger. That is why there is this frustration, because you've got these emotions here that are sort of all scattered, broken. You don't know what to do with them. And then you've got this passion now mixed into it, that fire, that Wands energy has come in with the solar eclipse, Scorpio going into Sagittarius. And this is where we have that steam, that propulsion, that frustration. Now, how you channel it is going to define how you progress further into this year. Now, if we go into the next card, we've got Seven of Wands and it's reversed. If we make it upright, let me just explain it to you. Again, Wands is that fire energy, that passion. Now, with Seven of Wands, what we can see here is we can see a knife, we can see a sword. So more like there is that, that fire energy, that energy of power, that something, energy of action where you can control something. And then we've got masks, we've got stained glass, we've got this totem here, which is very much like that hidden energy, the hidden emotions. So and this means courage. This card also signifies courage. So with this sword and dagger, what it signifies is that you have that courage in you to face your emotions or those fears. So these masks also signify your fears, your inner demons, and that's why you've got this exorcist sort of sign. Basically it's exorcising or removing your inner demons, your inner fears, fears about your emotions, fears about being emotional, fears about expressing emotions. So you've been putting that lid on your emotions for way too long, and this solar eclipse energy is literally making it impossible to keep that lid. It is driving that steam, that anger out. Now, how you channel it is exactly what you're going to do. If you keep it inside, then obviously it consumes you. But if you let that lid break open, which is more likely, because that's where I think the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to play in your life, where it is going to be on the emotional aspects, because that seems to be your challenge. And that is what probably Jupiter and Saturn are going to, sort of take you through. So basically, this is where your choice is. Like, you've got the courage in you to actually get rid of this fear or whatever fear you have around emotions. Maybe, your upbringing is something like where showing emotion is a sign of weakness. So this courage card again sort of validates that emotions is a sign of strength and courage. It takes a lot of courage to express yourself truly without these masks, without these demons and if you're able to bring these demons out of this earth, again, earth and fire here, Capricorn, earth element. So things have to come out from the hidden Scorpio element. So what I'm saying is that if you have that courage and bring these fears out, then they become your friends, then they become your biggest strength. But right now, it's just like a furnace. That's one word to describe all these three cards. So so this is where the energy is. The next card that we've got here is number 40, history, another 4. It seems like number 4 is significant in some form or way to whoever's chosen this particular pile. Now, this could mean anything, your date of birth, birthday, number 4 per se, or as we go forward into the reading, this number 4 is also going to reveal something else. But yeah, synchronicity is at play here. So if you do see a lot of 4s, like number 4s, double 4s, triple 4s around you, consider that as a synchronicity more than a coincidence, because that's how usually it plays out. So number 4 is very significant because we've literally got triple 4 here. All right, so this particular card, history, you can see there's this like warrior on with a spear coming out on a dark shadow. This is basically a card with a message that is saying the past is coming to sort of haunt you again. This card is, again, this card is Earth and Venus. So it signifies Earth element, which is, again, that stability. So something is coming to rock your stability that you've been holding, that ground, that lid that you're holding onto. Something is coming to open that lid. And Venus is love. Venus is empathy. Venus is compassion. So as far as I'm concerned with these cards, what I can see is there's someone who's resistant to showing emotions, expressing love, and that is what this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to bring for you if this is your pile. And there is a past event, past trauma, past relationship that has made you into this person where you don't express yourself, you don't express your emotions because you fear that the past is going to repeat. So it seems that this is your inner demon, this is your fear, and this fear, you're trying to suppress it in there, but you have to heal this past. You have to get over this past, and that is what Saturn and Jupiter are going to take you through. Primarily Saturn. It is going to test you, and because you have to move forward in life. Jupiter can only reward you if you let it reward you. So choice is going to be yours. Are you going to choose the same past energy? If you do, then Saturn is going to take you through the same cycle again. Or are you going to let go of this demons? You're going to break free from this and going to accept the new possibilities. You're going to let go of this lid. You're going to let this fire burn these fears, burn these demons. Like, universe is in your favor. Just go with the flow. If you just go with the flow, it is so easy. You won't even need that much courage. All you have to do is stop holding onto that lid. Stop holding back your emotions. Express them, because water likes to flow freely, and you've got literally fire and water held. That's a deadly combination. So yeah, you gotta work on that. Next card that we've got here is darkening of the light. Earth above, fire below. It cannot get more synchronistic than this. Again, earth, fire, like solar eclipse energy is so powerful in this particular pile right now. Darkening of the light, sunset, darkening of the light. You're trying to suppress that fire, earth above, fire below. It's not the other way around. So what is happening is you put a lid on that fire, on that passion, on those, but the emotions are bubbling inside. So this is again pretty much advice from the universe to tell you this is what the point is right now. And I've already told you what is going to happen if this is how the state of your heart is going to be. Saturn Jupiter conjunction, that energy in the coming year is going to bring you events, lessons that are going to blow this lid open. And If you voluntarily, willingly let this fire emotions be expressed the way it wants to be expressed, then you save yourself the trauma of going through unnecessary cycle. The next thing that I wanted to know, like I asked the question, was what lesson is Saturn going to teach you, or what lesson is it going to bring you from this conjunction? And the answer was empathy. Very important emotion again. You're someone who is very cold, who comes across as very cold. You're a very sensitive person, and that is one reason why you've got earth above, the lid above, why you suppress your emotions, because you're a very sensitive person. And you've been probably taught that expressing emotions or being sensitive is a sign of weakness, whereas of course we know that it's a sign of courage. It's not easy for anyone to express emotions, and being an empath myself, trust me, I've gone through this entire stage, so I do understand what it means, because I've been through all these phases, and unfortunately it took me a while. Saturn's been teaching me a lesson for a while before I've reached this stage where I'm able to connect with the universe and even able to do these readings. So your lesson is going to be around empathy. You're going to learn how to love yourself, how to love others, how to express emotions, how to feel emotions. So my guidance, so all the events that are going to come into your life within this next year, starting now or already in play, are going to be based around this particular card. This is the lesson you have to learn, empathy, feeling how others feel, putting yourself into someone else's shoes. But remember, the other thing that is important with being an empath is, because when you're very sensitive, you can actually become a sponge. So you need to know where to put a stop, how much to give, how much to take. So that's an alchemy that you will learn as you go through this cycle. You're going to learn how to balance these emotions, like emotion of anger along with your emotions. So how to balance it. Putting a lid on it, suppressing it has not been working, and it is no longer serving the universe or anyone's highest good. Next card we've got here is Knowing Without Knowing, a very interesting card. What it means is knowing without knowing. And again, this is where that empathy and emotions comes into picture. So empaths, they have the sense of knowing, like a knowing in your heart, but your mind does not agree to it. That's the stage you are at. That there is a knowing in your heart about these emotions. It might even involve a particular person. Like, if there is someone, is a love interest, or someone's interested in you, or there's this whole resistance thing going on, because you cannot find logic, like why you're attracted to them, why this person, stuff like that. So this is that card which says knowing without knowing. You need to trust your heart. You're not going to find an answer in your mind or in your logic for that attraction, or for certain events that you deeply feel in your heart. And you're at a stage where you're very practical. You're already being consumed by that Capricorn energy of being very practical, very strict, very disciplined, ambition. It's all about earth, but no water, no emotions. You're already being consumed by the devil energy based on this energy. But you have the choice to sort of balance that, to not get carried away. You need to trust your emotions. You need to trust your heart, because it's your inner higher self that already knows the matters of the heart, because it's not the mind, it's not the brain. So you will never be able to make sense of it. So give in to those emotions is what I'm saying. So this is what that card is saying. Now, the next question that I asked was, what areas of your life are going to be sort of at the highest stage or in focus of this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn? And we've got a surprise. So, of course, love. So this is what so this is not about career. If you've come here about career or anything else, money, success, this pile is all about love. This is about an energy, about a person who does not know how to express emotion, does not know how to channel emotions, does not believe probably even in emotions, is very practical, very heavy, Capricorn dominant energy, and they're going to learn a lesson in love and empathy this year. That is what this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is going to bring to you. So as far as I'm concerned, this is looking pretty good, because now you're going to learn how to enjoy life. You've done all the hard work and all that stuff, but now it's high time for you to embrace your emotions. And these look very sort of similar cards. But here's the surprise part that I said. So I usually don't do this in terms of timelines, but of course for this conjunction I had to pull the timelines, and the card that I got was April. April is the 4th month. Number 4, 4, 4, 4. So April is going to be very significant for you. Number 4 is going to be very significant to you. Now, I don't know how it all plays out because multiple people might be watching it. So how number 4 is important to you, in what form, do let me know if you want to. But number 4, April is going to be very important. And April is the time when Jupiter is going to move out of April 2021. Jupiter is going to move out of Saturn for out of Capricorn for a few months, and Saturn's going to be in Capricorn. So significant changes, significant events, something of importance in April coming your way. So yeah, look forward to it. The next card that I've got here is Get Grounded. Empaths, like I said, this pile is very filled with synchronicity, empathy, emotion, love, and then advice from the universe is get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with the nature. So maybe you are a person who's been acting cold because you're actually very sensitive and you don't know how to balance your emotions. Be prepared, because universe is going to blow off your lid, your earth, and you are going to face your emotions. You're going to face the water energy. You're going to learn how to swim in those emotions, because you're going to be thrown into the deep end of emotions. And that is what empathy is all about. Being an empath is just like, it's the, like I said, the deepest end of emotions, because you not only have to learn to control your emotions, but you also have to learn how to not let someone else's emotions be a part of you, not how to not absorb someone's emotions. So the advice for you already, whether you believe in this or you don't believe in this, is get grounded, be more with the nature. The easiest way of doing that is, get more into your garden, connect with, barefoot, get into your garden, sand. For me, that works like, exchange of ions between your body and the earth. So that sort of thing, it transmutes all those negative energies or any energies that you're carrying from anyone. Or water can help it as well, but grounding is like the best way to do it. So be in nature more, connect with the nature, and that is what your advice is. Then we also had this main card that you probably chose. So let's see what shows up. So if you remember in your pick a card, I did say don't go by what you see, because most people might have not chosen this because this only has one person. But this particular pile is filled with love, and that is what is coming your way. I don't think so you can stop it. And Saturn and Jupiter are at play. They are like the largest two planets, so yeah, and the powerful when it comes to astrology. So the message is surrender. At times we must surrender the old. This is your old that is going to come back to haunt you. Surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So yeah, you need to remember this part of it. It's all about that surrender. It's all about that, you don't even literally have to do anything. Just stop holding on to that lid. The passion, the emotions, the fire right now is anyways going to blow it open. Just let go of your resistance, and you'll be able to sort of work it out. Now, what I did also was some charms, so some words and some little charms. And the two that I got for this, and mind you, this is just like I did blindly. I just pick it up from a pile and blew me away. It said brave, courage, and we had love. The universe can't speak louder than this. Whoever chose this pile, love is in the air. Now, whether you open to it or do you choose to go through the cycle of, lessons of Saturn, that is the choice you make. But focus on these two words, maybe like, as you go forward in this particular year, remind yourself brave and love. So be brave, because love is coming your way. Simple as that. So there's no stopping for that. And then other little charms that we got were a leaf. So leaf is basically that you've been connected to your tree, to your comfort zone for way too long. It's time that the universe blows you away. It's time for you to disconnect from your cold, firm stance connected to the tree. It's time for you to just ride freely on your emotions. Be free from your comfort zone or your zone that you think is the best zone for you. So it's time for you to just sort of go freely. And then we have this little mouse, which is again, universe telling you it's give up hiding behind all these masks that you've got. Give up hiding in the dark. It's time to come out in the light. It's, stop doing this coming, going, or sneaky things. It's time to be who you are. It's time to accept your emotions. So come out in the open. Too much hiding going on here. The next thing that we have is the star. Like, you're being guided by the light. And this, like I said, Saturn Jupiter conjunction in the sky is also being called Christmas star, because it's going to almost shine like a big star. And that is what is play here, a star. So this is going to impact you in a very significant way. Not sure in which house of your astrological chart this is going to play up, but I won't be surprised if it's 7 or 5. But what really amazed me was the last charm. It is actually Saturn. It's a planet with a ring, and then it has 2 stars. It has Saturn and Jupiter, but Saturn's going to be predominant. So yeah, looks like you're going to hold your resistance. But of course, you can literally change the story. If you let go of your resistance, let these energies help you to become your highest self. It can't be much more synchronistic than this to actually, I had almost 120 charms, and this came for this particular reading, or even for this to come in any pile was a surprise for me. So take it as it resonates, and there's 2 stars. So you are going to meet your other star. The barrier is going to be broken. The resistance going to be broken. So yeah, take what resonates for you. Leave the rest here. But like I said, I'm happy for whoever you are. Love is coming your way. And it is coming really fast. So have a really good Christmas, and have a really good conjunction on December 21st. Saturn star, everything is in your favor. And I'll see you in your next reading. Hi Group 2, welcome to your pick a card reading if you chose this particular card. And as I mentioned in the intro, we're doing Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, which is on December 21st. So we're doing a reading in terms of what those planetary energies are going to bring you as we go into 2021. Because those 2 planets are in Capricorn, the earth element. You can hear about it in the introduction. And these energies are going to be quite powerful in this year as we go forward, individually or in personal sense, as well as on global sense. But here we're only talking about individual energies. So yeah, let's get into the reading. All right. So 3 cards that we've got here is Hierophant reversed. We've got Woman of Cups upright, and then we've got the Star card upright. Let's go into these cards individually. Hierophant. So Hierophant, when it's a major arcana card, so definitely these energies are quite powerful. Star is also a major arcana, so when major arcana cards are, so it is sort of quite significant energies in your life. Now, when this particular card is upright, this card is about commitment. So commitment could be in the form of you're already in commitment, or a commitment is coming your way, but commitment. And also this particular card is about religious or spiritual beliefs, or hardcore beliefs in rituals, rites, religion, more philosophical sort of beliefs. So what it shows is, so there's a child, there's an inner child, what this particular card, so in your case it was, so let's start with what it is in your case. So in your case, this card is reverse. When this card is reversed, then what it means is that either there are challenges in a particular commitment that you are in, and I'm sensing more in terms of relationship. This does not seem like a career reading to me. It is more in terms of if you're in some sort of union or commitment, which could be marriage, de facto, partnership, just staying with someone, or being in a relationship with someone. So there is either some challenges in that, or you're a person who's not into relationship because you have commitment phobia. So you're resistant to commitment. So it could be either of the case. Take it as it resonates for, whoever you are. And there's a Venus here on this particular card as well, which is about love, compassion, and again, planet that brings union together. So what happens with this card when it is upright is there's a child. So what this card is urging is that let yourself grow with the experiences of the life, experiences that the life or the universe is bringing forth to you. You need to, because like I said, Hierophant is a card about wisdom, spiritual growth, religious rites, beliefs, more of that sort. So you give more importance to those compared to the actual material life experiences, the joy of companionship, the joy of intimacy, being with someone. Maybe you've got some cultural barriers, some religious barriers where, that are stopping you from being with someone. There's endless possibilities, but take what resonates for you. But what this card is saying is that you need to let yourself grow on this material realm, because you've been placed on this material land, not to just, be spiritual, be enlightened, or be this higher person, but be a higher human. So you have to still fulfill your human duties, or you have to enjoy the human pleasures. And that is what this flower is about. It's not just about, being a Buddha. Allow yourself to go through these things, learn the lessons through these tribulations, these material enjoyments, desires, lessons, learnings, experiences, to become that Buddha. That's what it is about. And, pay attention. So the long years of Buddha is about listen to what your heart is saying. Listen to that. Don't get carried over, because when this particular card is reversed, it's like you are sort of overpowered by your dogmatic beliefs, which, like I said, it could be a cultural belief, religious belief, or some other sort of belief that is stopping you from enjoying the pleasures of life, pleasures of commitment, intimacy, being with someone that you like, love, etc. So there's some sort of challenge barrier. Or if you're already in commitment, then there is issue with the being involved in the commitment fully. You're not opening yourself. So there's a barrier. Now that could not be a religious or cultural barrier, but there's a barrier that is stopping you from fully experiencing the union or commitment. More like it's becoming a burden or a responsibility, like, just because it has to be done, it is being done. Like it's ticked as a box, but you're not actually enjoying or adapting to the commitment that you are in. You're not changing, you're not growing with that commitment, like from a child to the Buddha. So you're not growing with that commitment. You are still who you were before the commitment, but you are in union with another person. So if you get that point. Also, this particular card, if you see there's an elephant is like the leader. It leads and it clears the path for others. So it is also a guide for other people. So it's possible that a lot of people look up to you. Now, this could be, again, like, whatever your scenario is. If you're a single person with commitment phobia, who does not like to express emotions or does not believe that, pleasures of life are important and it's all about being spiritual, high guided, or it's all about following my culture, my religion, and I'm not interested in being with this person, that person, because it challenges my religious beliefs, my cultural beliefs, my dogmatic beliefs, my stereotypes, or whatever beliefs sort of. It means that a lot of people are looking up to you, and this card is saying that you are the guiding light for a lot of people. So you have an impact on people around you. And if you're in a commitment and you're not fully adapting to it, again, it is like there are the people who are looking up to you and they're learning from you. So you are that guiding light. So you got to be sort of more mindful of that. So this is your energy, either commitment phobia or commitment challenged because of your dogmatic beliefs or your religious or cultural, etc. beliefs. Now, this is a card of Rejoicer, Woman of Cups. Now, this is a person, an individual who likes to just rejoice individually by themselves. They like to enjoy this and that. Freedom is very important to this person, a sense of taste, touch, smell, feeling everything, experiencing everything, literally moon in the cup, traveling around, or paying too much attention to being an individual, but not understanding that there is this fear here with Hierophant reverse that I will have to give up this if I get into a commitment, or because I'm in a commitment, it's a responsibility, I'm not able to do this. So there's there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance between being yourself, being free, independent, and being in a commitment. It's somehow there is this feeling that you have to give up on one to have another. So it feels more like this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to take you through this cycle of events or lessons, or probably, you balance your energies, reward you with a very fruitful, healthy union. But yeah, so this is what your journey looks like. It is going to take you through to understand that the balance, the temperance is very important here to maintain both the spiritual or your religious beliefs or your cultural beliefs and what your heart believes, or the pleasures of the material world, or enjoying them, not just having them because it's something that had to be ticked. The next card that we've got here is the Star. Star. Again, like I said, with the elephant. So you're the guiding star, but star is also a card that literally says that the universe is sort of shining on you. The universe is on your side. Like everything is working in your favor, but you are not sort of adapting to this energy of commitment. You're sort of running away from a commitment, but you're the guiding star. Like everything is sort of revolving around you. There is light shining on you, and you are like I said, you have impact on people around you. Someone looks up to you. But yeah, so you need to fulfill that sort of role of being that star. Like, you need to obviously also illuminate your inner self to this aspect of life, the communication. So that's what star is about. Star is also about hope and faith. So you need to have that hope. You need to have that faith that whatever you're being called to, and if it is commitment, then you need to take a hand, because this is all divinely guided. Or if you are into a commitment, then there is something for you in there to grow, to transform this part of yourself or adapt this part of yourself to match the commitment that you've made, to be in that union or relationship as an individual and as a person who is committed or united with the other person. So it's like, when you're dancing with someone, that personal space has to be obviously maintained. Like, don't step into my space, I don't step into your space, then we can have healthy union and the dance and the alchemy and the flow. But when you start sort of overstepping, that's where the problem is. And that is what the fear of that commitment or phobia or being in commitment and not sort of enjoying it or just taking it as another responsibility. So that's what the energy is, and that's what Saturn and Jupiter is going to play with. The next card that we've got here is Moderation, number 13. Moderation. So this is the card that is sort of telling me, because we're going to go into the Capricorn season, we are already in that way. That's where Saturn and Jupiter conjunction is happening. So Capricorn is Saturn is a very controlling energy, and Capricorn is, again, energy of a devil, which means you're going to have a very sort of excess of ambition, excess of obsession, excess of that desire for independence. So everything in excess. So what this particular card is saying is moderation. Moderation in everything. Moderation means balance, temperance. So temperance is very strong here. Message coming forward is temperance, that you got to be, and this card is significant. This card represents air, which is energy of movement, and Venus, love and compassion. So again, that whole commitment. So love comes into picture here. Again, not a career or any success, money related reading. More to do with commitment of people who are in union or fearing union sort of thing. But this card also says that, you can see there's an archer, there's an arrow, that if you commit, and if you open to commitment, and if you give yourself wholeheartedly, you accept your inner light and light of the star and have hope and faith, then you can hit the arrow here in terms of you can hit the bullseye. But then it also says that if you do not hit the bullseye in some matters, like, it's possible with the Capricorn energy, if things don't go your way, don't hold any bitterness against people. So be very careful with how you play with that Capricorn energy. You need to have some moderation in your relationship here between being an independent person and being in a relationship. So to give you an example, if someone who's always been an independent person has come into union or marriage, or whatever you want to call it, with another person, so they're finding it difficult to maintain themselves in that relationship. So either they're sort of going towards one direction where they're always still very self-independent, where they say, I don't want to ask this person to do something because I've always been very independent. I don't like that person to cook for me, or I'm not going to ask that person to cook for me, or like, very self-sufficient, or, that energy of I'm always very self-sufficient sort of energy. You need to understand that you're into a union or into a commitment where there has to be an alchemy between two people as well. So you have to do activities together as well. It's not about I've always been like this. So you have to adapt to this union and come into that union truly, not just because you married someone or because it's a thing that is on the paper. Right. The next card that we've got here is holding together, number 8, water above, earth below. Holding together. So same message coming again under the Hierophant is commitment. So we need, in this material realm, we do need other people. Even if we are independent, if we're individual, we interact with other people. We come together with people as a team. And if you see in this particular card, when it means water above, earth below, when there is rain and then there is earth, when it is in moderation, then there is new growth. There is new experience, there's new life. You can see plants growing. When there's too much of water, when there's excess of something, stepping into my space, etc., then there is flooding, there is destruction of life. When there is not enough water, there is drought. Again, destruction of life, destruction of love, destruction. So that's in terms of relationship and commitment, that's what it means. So as long as everything is in moderation, commitment is not something you should fear if you're not in commitment and fearing it. And if you are in commitment and not accepting it, then you need to understand that you need to bring this alchemy between water and earth to fully come into union or fruition, or understanding love in its fullness, or understanding union in its fullness, unless you've just ticked it as, like, I don't know, something that your parents wanted you to do, or something because the society says you have to get married, stuff like that. But yeah, so just understand that that's what these cards are sort of playing here. The next card that we've got here is She's the Moon, number 21, under this particular card where I literally said moon in the cup. Moon is all about going through cycles, like you can see, so you go through cycles of being by yourself or being independent, cycles of going into a commitment, and within a commitment, you're going to go through various cycles. But you need to believe in this process. You need to believe that, wherever you are is the right place. And if you're being guided to do something by your heart, you need to accept it and adapt it. The moment you start showing resistance in any shape or form, whatever path you choose, that's where the problems are. So it looks like this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to teach you, or is going to bring you events around this. So your challenges are going to be around your relationship with this other. This other could be you already in relationship, or you're fearing, or you're the runner, and etc. sort of deal. So She's the Moon is very much like moon is at play here. So moon might not show you everything because the light is not that bright, but enjoy. You're very much like, I can't see the day, so I can't enjoy what is in front of me. But what this particular card is saying is that enjoy what you have right now, what you've received right now. Allow yourself to be open and allow yourself to go through this cycle of the universe bringing you or brought you into a union for a reason. So accept it fully. Let it evolve, let it grow, let that moon go through the cycles. Be patient. But being patient does not mean you just sit and wait, but it is more about understanding how it is at play. But allow it to grow, allow this relationship, allow this commitment to go through the cycles. Be an active participant in it. Don't just sit back. That's not what this card is asking you. It's saying understand when it is time to act, understand when it is time to withhold, understand where you have to step when you're dancing. That's just an example. So this is what this particular card is about. The next card is so the question. So I asked was so what lesson, if any, this particular person or pal is going to be learning from Saturn, if that's what it is at play, and the answer was gratitude. So it seems like you need to understand and pay more attention to appreciating what you have. But you're more into appreciating what you had, not what you have. So you're not appreciating what is being given to you fully. Like, yes, I'm not saying you're disrespecting it or, you're in it, but you're not fully into it. You've not sort of given up this I'm self-sufficient, I've always done this by like this, I am sort of, you're not understanding there's two people who've come into union. That means both have to bring some compromise on the table to have a healthy union or healthy relationship. Or if you're that commitment phobic person, that you need to understand that something is being presented to you for a reason. Someone is coming towards you for a reason, because that's how it's all guided. It's divinely guided by the star, which is the universe. It's guided by that light, and star is when the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to happen on 21st December, they are literally sort of competing for the same spot in the sky, but they're coming together and they're going to form into what is called, what everyone's calling also a Christmas star, because apparently this was like almost 800 years ago, they were so close. So again, so this conjunction is going to bring that togetherness, that union, or it's going to bring fullness to the union if you're already in the union, and that is what it is going to teach you. So this Christmas star is going to be very important to you. Again, gratitude, this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to appreciate what you have. You're going to learn to appreciate the different phases of your life, not what you had or what you will have, but what you have in this here and now. That's what Capricorn Earth element is about. Right now, in this material realm, how to appreciate that, not living in your dogmatic beliefs or cultural religious books, what they say and that's how you should live life, but more about living life through experiences, if you're one of those people who's avoiding commitments because of that. So that's one thing. The next card that we have is so I did ask, and again, synchronicity at its best in today's reading for pile 1 and for this pile as well. It just blows me away. So I asked what particular aspect of your life is going to be a focus of this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. The answer was marriage. And this need not be a marriage, like a formal marriage. Again, like I said, marriage could mean just union. It could be a de facto or just you living with your partner or being with another person. But of course, from a romantic, like interrelationship sort of, not the business relationship sort of aspect. So yeah, if you've chosen this pile, then it's all about bringing fullness to the marriage or the union that you already have, or opening yourself to the commitment, letting go of that phobia or resistance, and learning to appreciate the phases of life that universe brings towards you, the energy that comes to you. That's what the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, the Christmas star, is going to shine its light on. And it's looking pretty good for you, to be honest. And in terms of timelines, the month that is going to be very significant for you for whatever reason is January. Now that could be either you're born in January, the other person you are with are born in January, or there are some significant events that might come into play in January, or January holds some importance for you. But yeah, just look forward to the new year. That's what I would say. But yeah, if you go with the flow of energy, this conjunction is looking very good for you. Be open to learning whatever Saturn or Jupiter who was teaching you. But in the end, if you just be open to them, open to that energy, you're going to be generously rewarded in this union or with a union. But yeah, of course, if you decide to resist and all that, then Saturn will teach you the lessons regardless. It'll take you through a long journey then. Next card that we've got here is an advice from the universe for you. It says, ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So yeah, commitment phobic person here. Remember, whatever's going to happen to you, if you stick to that energy, still it is working in your favor. It is Saturn taking you through the cycle to understand the importance of life cycles, importance of the energy being presented to you, importance of coming in commitment or coming in union rather than commitment, coming in union with someone. So remember, it is happening for your good, although you may think this is happening to you. And if you are in commitment with challenges and not willing to sort of give your full focus into the relationship. When I say focused, I'm not saying like there's any infidelity or anything, but not just sort of accepting the role fully from the heart, but only accepting it superficially, only accepting it because you are in it and you're like, okay, let's play, sort of, rather than going, I want to savor it, devour it, enjoy it, and be in that energy, like sort of rather than bathing in that energy, you're sort of like, yeah, okay, everyone does it, I've done it too, sort of energy. So remember, it is happening to you, and you can see that once this rose opens, there is literally bliss all around. The last card that obviously was the one that you chose. Let's see what the message here is. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflections. So yeah, a lot of wisdom here in terms of if you're already in a relationship and, you know, if there is some disharmony or challenges, don't be judgmental, because basically we are all mirroring each other when you're in a union. So what you don't like in them is something that you're literally projecting, and what you like in them is also your admirable quality. So usually it just requires more introspection. Again, you know, use the light of the star, the divine guidance, to see what it is. And if you're one of those people that has a commitment phobia or phobia of coming into union, or somehow you feel like your independence is going to be sort of taken away or taken off, remember that the person that you're going to be with, it is going to be something like Saturn and Jupiter coming together, two stars coming together to shine brighter and literally getting attention of everyone. So yeah, I see nothing to fear in this particular pile. A very happy reading. Looks pretty good from me, from my side at least. For the cards, it looks pretty good. Again, you define it. January is going to be important for you. You define how the energy is going to flow and how these energies will play. But if you let the energy do its job, everything is looking pretty good. But with resistance, it's going to change. Now again, so I had these little charms that I sort of chose randomly without looking into it. And very beautiful. It says protected and forever. So that's the divine guidance, the star card. So no matter what you do, no matter what you go through, remember, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. You are divinely guided, protected, and forever. You're always protected. And if you are into a union and you're doubting because there are challenges, then know that this union is divinely protected, forever protected. So remember these two words in this entire 2021 as you move through your challenges: forever protected. Meditate on them if that's what you do. But yeah, these two words are going to be pretty much your guiding light as you go through your rewards, challenges, judgments, justice, whatever you're going to go through. I've also got like these little charms. The first one that I had was, and I was like, wow, it was a moon and a star, and we've already got she's in the moon here, and then we've got star. Star is showing again and again in this particular reading, and you are that guiding star. You're going to meet your other star, and yeah, the sky is going to be full of stars. That was a joke. The next charm that I've got here is heart, and you can see with this heart, it's like two things coming together. It's like two energies merging together: Saturn and Jupiter, you and the other person, union of sacred union. And then we've got this dragonfly. Dragonfly is a sign of a freedom, free spirit, and this free spirit is what you are. But what the universe is guiding you is that you're not going to lose this free spirit charm, because it is being guided by this star and the moon. So you're divinely protected. And the last but not the least, we've got a Christmas stocking, and that Christmas stocking has two hearts. One is upright, one is the other way around. So a commitment phobia and someone who wants to come in union, or two people who are having some sort of challenges. But remember, we've got Christmas stocking. So make a wish on the star. You've got so many stars here. Literally, you can make a wish on the star, put it in the stocking, and voila, you're going to have it manifested. But yeah, so that's what it is. Everything looks so divinely guided. Everything looks perfect to me. So please let these energies, help you, guide you towards your highest good and happiness. 2021 will bring you lots and lots of love, commitment, union, and a lot of joy and pleasure. So have a very great Christmas and holiday season, and enjoy this conjunction on Monday. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading if you chose this. Like I said in the intro, we're doing this particular reading specifically focused on what this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on December 21st, what is this energy going to bring for you as we move forward into 2021, as these energies are going to be play for rest of the year, with Jupiter moving out of Capricorn in April, but then it again comes back into Capricorn. So to understand more about those play of energies, please listen to the intro, or there's also a post on my Instagram that you can go into. But yeah, so this is a pile 3 if this is what you chose. So let's just get into it. All right, so first 3 cards that we've got for you is Sage of Cups reversed, 6 of Crystals reversed, and 9 of Worlds reversed. So let's look at these cards one by one, and let's just actually look at them upright. So the Sage of Cups upright is basically a card of regenerator. So this is an energy that is full of life. This is an energy that is joyful. This is an energy that's playful. This is an energy that lights up everyone in the room. The moment you walk in, you just light up the world with your smile, with your eyes. Your just presence is sort of infectious for people in terms of joy and happiness. And, you know, you bring new growth. You're more like a healer. But a healer, not like, you know, a shaman or a healer, but healer from just your presence. Your energy is healing for people. Very bright. And yeah, that's what it shows. But when this, and so it's a regenerator. You obviously, you know, bring new growth, new life. But when the same card is reversed, what is the main energy right now is that that inner child energy is not sort of being into play. Like, you know, usually that's what your potential is, or you're capable of, or that's what who you were. But at the moment, there is resistance. Like that inner child is not being allowed to be playful. You're not being playful. It's more like, you know, too much work, no play at all. So the focus is all about making the pentacles or coins, or maybe facing some challenges. But yeah, that playful energy is missing. That inner child is not being allowed to experience the joys of life. Next card we've got here is 6 of Crystals, and Cups is emotion. So yeah, there's a lot of suppressing of emotions in this case. So 6 of Crystals, confusion. So crystals, they represent mind, and these different crystals, they represent different ideas. So your mind is full of ideas. You can see, you know, this idea, that idea, but nothing is sort of standing out in terms of bright and out there. So there's way too many ideas, way too much work going on in the head. That's causing confusion. When this card is reversed, it just means that you're spending way too much time in your head instead of in your heart. Because this is where, you know, it's almost like your heart chakra is blocked. So suppressing emotions, suppressing joy, not enjoying the moments of life, but you're more busy about viewing your pattern for the future, your, you know, pentacles for the future, your coin for the future, your money for the future. That's where your focus is. You're like, how do I make more money? How do I get more ideas? How do I get more famous? How do I do this? So your focus is, I want to get success. I want to get this. I want to get that. Whereas you're ignoring this energy that you have that can literally change the world, the energy that is actually needed, very needed right now in the world, especially with the events that we've gone through in 2020, very heavy energy. But this energy that you've got, the playful, the joy, the, you know, you can, because not everyone can just light up the room with their smile, with their presence, with their eyes, with their energy, but you do have that potential and capability. But are you actually using it or not is a question. Next card that we've got here is 9 of Worlds reversed, Harvest reversed. Again, when this card is upright, you can see Moon is going through different phases, different seasons, which sort of says that, you know, this particular person has made their money, they've been rewarded, they've gone through the entire cycle of spring, summer, winter, autumn, etc., and they've got their rewards, the pumpkin, they've harvested something, And it also shows squirrel, like, where squirrels, they collect their nuts for the winter. So there's plenty of that. But when I reverse this card, which in your case is the reverse card, what it means is that you have all this, but you're not seeing it, you're not enjoying it, you're not appreciating it, you're not even looking at it. You're like, yeah, okay, this project is over. I've done this. Now what? Now I need to make more money. Now I need to get another project. Now the next project. What's the next? What's next? Or you're sort of ignoring your emotional aspects, your relationships for the sake of making money or pentacles. This is where all your focus is. I want to get more. I want to get more. But the problem is that no matter how much more you get, you're not even looking at it. You're not even appreciating it. You're just pretty much just in the momentum. You're just in the momentum of doing, but you're not pausing and enjoying. It's all about doing. It's not about being for you. And that's the problem. So it looks like this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to be focused on this aspect of you. It is going to bring in events that are going to teach you how to balance this and this. This is where there's imbalance. This is where the learning is. This is where the rewards are. So, of course, Saturn's going to sort of, you reap what you sow, and you've sown, you're reaping, but you're not even enjoying it. So why should Saturn or Jupiter reward you more is the question that you should be asking yourself. So why should these energies or universe bring you anything more if you're not enjoying what you already have? What is the point of giving to you then? Might as well give it to someone who will enjoy it. Think about it, a bit more introspection. But focus on this part, the heart, the playfulness, the joyfulness, your pure, true energy. Focus on that, please. The next card that we've got here is Harmony, number 53. So what we've got here with number 53, you can see there's a unicorn on that. I mean, you're a practical person who likes to just do work, have all these magnificent ideas. You're blocking your playful child and inner child. And then we get a card of unicorn. I mean, can universe not be more ironical with you? But of course, that's what universe wants. So unicorn, what the universe is basically saying is that, okay, you want all this, you want more of it, this is the way. And the question is what? Unicorns? No. Believe in magic, believe in hope, believe in faith, believe in being that little child that you were. Let your inner child take over. Experience joy, imagination. Your imagination has to expand, because right now it's limited by your beliefs, your outdated past, or whatever things you've been doing, or someone else's beliefs. But what the universe is saying is, if you let this inner child out, open, let that inner child be happy, let that child dream, and then even unicorns can come into existence, which means that something that you believed is impossible will also come into existence. There is magic in the air for you with this Jupiter, Saturn. There is definitely magic in the air. That's what these 4 cards would put it in one line. Now, whether you're going to use that magic, you're going to accept that magic, that is entirely up to you. Next card we've got here is diverging interests. So that sort of more gels with this confusion. Fire above, lake below. So these are more like energies that are not meeting. So there's fire above, lake below. Lake is calm, fire is burning. So it more feels like there are diverging interests. Or this could also be the reason why this is what your heart says, or this is what you want to do, or this is what your potential and your true energy is. But you're stuck here because it might be that there are expectations from you, or you've been told by family, society, or parents or someone that this is what you should get. So this is what success is. So definition of success is here. Whereas you personally feel as an individual, this is what you want to do. You want to be a free child, free bird. You want to bring joy to people. You want to love, enjoy, have pleasure, do all these things that are not defined by the society or family. But this is what the problem is, diverging interests. So you're being influenced by someone else's beliefs, someone else's interests, not your own interests. So your personal interest is not on the focus here for you. You're literally living the life for others. And these others are possibly, like I said, society, family, or you're people pleaser, you're pleasing someone else. Or if you're in a relationship, maybe this is a spouse or this is someone, it's all responsibilities and stuff. So they all work, no play. End of the story. Let's just put it that way. So then the next card that I've got here is, so I asked the universe, what lesson, if at all, the Saturn is going to bring you as we move into this 2021? And the answer was courage. You have to find your courage. And And the events that are going to be play in your life in this coming year, as long as Saturn, Jupiter remain in conjunction in Capricorn, or purely Saturn in Capricorn, because Saturn is the hard master, remember, is courage. You have to learn courage, and it is going to bring events that are going to make you feel more weak, only so that you can find your courage. So it's going to be like Saturn pushing you to find your courage. You're going to be tested. So choice is yours. If you continue on this path, the lesson becomes harder and darker. The path gets darker and lonelier. If you use this, then this child can literally get onto that magical unicorn and get through this courage part easily, because you've already got impossible dreams manifested here. The universe is on your side. Then Saturn energy is just going to reward you. It's going to bring you this success, these different ideas are going to come into fruition and bring you success. But the door to that success is from this inner child, from the joy. It's not that once you have success, you will have joy. Have joy, you will have success. Choice is yours. This is the message for you here. Next card that we've got here is number 32, devotion to the small. 32 adds up to 5. So yeah, number 5, that is change, transformation. Devotion to the small literally means devotion to the small, and we're talking about small here, the child, inner child, small. When you were small, when you were little, remember the joy, everything was possible for you. Success was very easy. No matter what you wanted, you got it without being a devilish Capricorn energy of ambition here, which you're caught up in already. So try to balance it with that Jupiterian energy of more generous, more calm, more sort of grounded. Pay attention to the smaller things in life. Pay attention to your harvest. Pay attention to little things that you've reaped. Appreciate what you have. And if you learn to appreciate what you have, you enjoy it, then universe is going to bring more of it. If you are going to just collect things, keep them stagnant, universe is not interested in giving you more. The universe is going to teach you how to appreciate small things. So, smell the flowers and roses and butterflies, not in literal sense. If you want to do it, that is good too, because I would love to do that. But what it means is pay attention to the smaller things, smaller moments, smaller joy. Don't sit and wait for that one big thing to happen, because even that is not going to be enough for you, because you're into that Capricorn energy of I need more, I succeed, I need more, I need more, I need more. It's not going to take you anywhere. Okay, so the next question that I asked the card, the universe, was what area of your life this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going to focus on, and drum rolls, no surprise, success. Success is guaranteed. Success is guaranteed if you play with this energy. Like Saturn and Jupiter rewards generously if you follow the right path and follow your heart, follow your energy. This year will definitely bring you a lot of fortune. And that's what this whole Saturn-Jupiter push-pull situation is. Like I said, go and check my Instagram or hear the intro, which also has some information about it. But it is here to reward us. Both Saturn and Jupiter are here to reward us, but it's only if we don't play balance with those energies, we don't follow the right path, we don't follow our heart, then Saturn will take you through or take us through challenges and dark paths to finally give us growth, but in its own time. Whereas Jupiter energy is like rewarding. It will just give you it's only that first step of courage is hard. That is Jupiterian energy at play. The moment you bring in courage to let your inner child stand out, give up on this whoever is influencing how you should live your life. If you find courage to face this, then this becomes easy. Then success is guaranteed. This is the time, because Capricorn is an ambitious energy. I succeed. That is the motto of Capricorn. And you will succeed in your success effortlessly. You just need to find your courage. That's what you need to find. And in terms of timelines, I asked the universe, so what is going to be of significance for you? December. So this energy is already at play here. We can already see it. Now, you're going to go through some phases between this December to the next December. So take it as it resonates. Either December is going to be significant for you, this December or that December, or you're going to go through various cycles up and down between December, or you are a actual Sagittarius, because it's a Sagittarius season. So you could be a December person. So yeah, please take what resonates with you and leave the rest here. The next card that we've got as an advice from the universe is take a break. And you can see there's a moon here. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill of this. I want more. I want more. What is the next? What is the next project? What is the next project? What is the next project? Take a break. Get off the treadmill. Life's work, not a season. So, you've worked enough. Enjoy the fruits of your harvest. Enjoy the fruits of your labor if you want more. This is the mantra. Appreciate, have gratitude for what you already have. Enjoy it so the universe can give you more of it to see that you value what you get. If you're not going to show any value or respect to what you're getting, then universe has no interest in giving you anything, but Saturn will take you through the lesson of courage. So find your courage so that inner child, that playfulness, that joy is your true nature. And it comes out, and then all this becomes effortless. You will just attract all the money, success, regardless. Like I said, this is the biggest cards in your play here. Success is sort of written, when they say success is written in the stars and cards, that's what it is for you. So success is all over, but it's up to you. Are you going to reach out and just take it? It is actually reaching out to you with this Saturn Jupiter conjunction, but are you going to take it is a question. So take a break, enjoy the pleasures of life. Last but not the least, this was the card that you chose. Beautiful card. And it says embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. In your case, when it says through each other, it's very much like embrace your inner child, embrace that inner joy and peace, embrace that side of you, that self of you. Through each other, once you embrace that and you let that inner child shine, you will find the missing pieces to this success. The universe can't be more clearer than this. So embrace that inner child and let it play. Now, I also had these couple of little charms that I pulled randomly without seeing, and you got grace and warrior. So you've been in the warrior spirit for way too long, and grace is on your side. So literally the universe is on your side. It's shining on you to regeneration. So grace and warrior. Remember these two words as you go through this entire year or cycles, that you're being a warrior, but grace is on your side. Just let that inner child shine, and the warrior will need to just rest for a while. There's no fight going on. There's no competition going on in here. Success is your birthright, and it is being given to you. It is being handed to you on a golden plate here with the grace, but are you in a receiving mode? This is what you need to do for receiving mode. Just be your inner child. Give a pause to this for a second, and you will get much more than what you thought was possible. And the random charms that I have, which are always never so random and they end up being so synchronistic, is a feather. Feather is pretty much freedom from whatever you're captured in. This whoever's influencing you. Feel light. The universe wants you to feel light, not heavy. The way to success is not heavy. The way to success is be this inner child, be light like a feather, be like that energy, and you will just fly like a bird and you will reach your success. And wow, again, like I said, it was very synchronistic when I saw this. The bird in a cage, that's what you feel. So your energy feels like it's trapped. It's trapped in a place where you don't want to be, but you have to get success because that's what society believes everyone should get as a success, or family believes, etc. But this is what you want to be. But you can have it all. You can have your cake and eat it all, sort of stuff. So so you're trapped in a cage, illusionary cage, to be honest. And then we've got dragonfly, which means transformation, number 5 that I already said. So there is transformation coming your way. Between December to December. We're already in December. And then we've got a 5-leaf clover. According to Irish, 5-leaf clover is luckier than 4-leaf clover. So luck is on your side, fortune's on your side, universe is on your side, success is all written over the stars. What else do you need? All you have to do is be playful, be joyful. You're having opportunities to be playful, joyful every single moment of your life. You don't need that big star, big moment, anything. Everything is already working in your favor. So please take what resonates with you. Have a very joyful holiday season, or Christmas if you celebrate, and enjoy the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter on Monday, the December 21st. And just stay safe, and I will see you next week.